Hey everybody, today we're gonna, well, it's not today, it's actually like 2 in the morning. We decided to go ahead and make another applied consciousness video. So if you see us yawn, if you're tired, hey, it is what it is. We go with the flow. Hey, it's the 5D.
5D, baby.
Hey you guys, let's dive deep into this one. Father and daughter. Woo! The power has been with you all along. Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Trey Michael.
And this is Maya Michael.
And today we want to do something a little bit different. Remember you guys, applied consciousness is all about how we use consciousness, being aware of everything that there is, to apply that into our real everyday lifestyle. Now, like we always been telling you, me and my wife, my daughter, this is a Maya Michael, as she said, in this household, consciousness trumps everything. That means we are aware of what's going on and we apply that in our everyday lifestyles. Now, I have to be honest, this will be unfiltered. This is kind of like Bill Cosby when he used to talk to the kids back in the day. So be surprised at what comes from my daughter, but it comes from her heart. And she speaks her truth. So today we just wanted to go ahead and talk on a few topics and do a Q&A, questions and answers. And we're just gonna see what's inside of my daughter from the experiences that we placed out into the universe. So, first of all, Maya, shake it off real quick, do the little wiggles. And I know we've been saying we wanted to put you on our Applied Consciousness podcast. I'm acting like I'm doing the podcast, right? Our Applied Consciousness YouTube channel for a long time. Now, first, is there anything you want to say or any questions that you might have? We're gonna freestyle this one so that we can give our viewers an opportunity to get to know you a little bit better. All right.
Well, I have one question. How did you increase getting better and more focused and more aware from now to then? I mean, from then to now.
That's a good one. That's a real good one. You threw that one to me. As you know, I started making changes. Some of the changes that I had to make on my journey was, well, you already know. Matter of fact, how about this? How about you answer that question? What are some of the changes that you watch? And you could be, listen, we Apply Consciousness Mind is our channel that we tell the truth. Okay, we don't come and script stuff. We don't make it staged. We tell the truth to our viewers so that they can get to know us a little bit better. So whatever you want to open up about, you can open up about. What are some things you've noticed that I've changed since I've been on my spiritual awakening journey that you've noticed since? Unlike the viewers, they only get to see me when I post videos. You get to see me 24 hours a day. So go ahead and explain to them some of the things you saw me change from back then to now. What's just a few?
I noticed that you used to argue a lot, be a lot fussy and just too busy. Mm-hmm. But now you changed. You was like, I'm just gonna change my emotions and I'm gonna deal with it better.
Tip for so a few of the topics that my daughter was discussing was, let me see if I got this right. It was the arguments I used to always do. And tell me if I'm right or wrong when I say this. See, you got little yawns, huh? A few of the things that I used to always do, for one, like my mom, we call her Nana. I used to disagree with a lot of stuff that she does, and I'm still working on this. I'm not perfect. I'm still working on this. My daughter can tell you. I realized that I control my reality, and I realized that I had to take responsibility for everything that happens in my life. So when my daughter's talking about I decided to make that change, I decided to say, hey, listen, I might can't control what Nana says to me. Love you, Nana. We know we love you. But I can't control how I respond to them. And I know we just had Christmas the other day, and Nana and them came, so how do you say I did this time?
You were pretty good. You were just like, I'm gonna watch this. You were amazing. You were just like, oh, I appreciate me gifts. And you're like, oh, I gotta watch. Thank you.
And the reason she's making that comment is because on our spiritual awakening journey, we realized that Christmas to us was basically every day for us, right? So we didn't do a set day that we have to run to the banks and the stores and get loans to buy gifts. My family's been doing this for a while that, hey, we experience communion together all the time. So I know at first it was going to be like a disagreement because I didn't want to spend a lot of money, or I didn't even want to really put too much focus into Christmas. So I know we were all sitting around like, oh God, I hope Dad's not gonna make a scene when Nana comes trying to stop her from doing her Christmas thing. And I know Amaya told me, she was like, Pops, you did pretty good. I said, what you mean? She was like, yeah, you took it pretty well. You didn't try to argue with Nana about it. And those are a few of the things that I'm grateful for is the change. It's because I feel better as a human being. It's not because it's the Christian thing to do or the Muslim thing to do. It's not religion or anything making us make these changes. It's just because we know that that's what makes us live to our higher standard. Okay, so since we're finna go there, I'm finna hit you with one, and we're not gonna hold everybody up. I just want them to get to know you because I plan on Amaya being in a lot more of our podcast, a lot more of our YouTube videos, because the level of awareness that I've seen my daughter take from growing up, it's almost like she was born this way. And she's actually, I just want to be truthful, she's actually the thing that inspired me and my wife to take a look at our reality, to shift our reality, because some of the stuff she was saying was strange to me. And I know you guys probably seen the video once before. I told you she was the one that made me question my reality from the jump start. But it's something that I want to ask you about, Amaya. And I see the cat running around the house. This is applied consciousness, baby. What are some of the things that you can say you've changed on your spiritual awakening journey?
Whoa, that was a good question.
Got your back, right?
Well, I noticed that I was more comfortable than like when you used to just not pay attention. I was more comfortable after you started paying attention, right? Mm-hmm. So then I started hanging out and I was like, yeah, this is cool. And I started noticing some weird things like 555, 888, and 111, a whole bunch of stuff. And you were over here, you said, I got same exact numbers. I was like, what? It was freaking me out.
Oh man, listen, you guys. My daughter has been a big, and my son as well, and the little one, she's starting off a journey. Amarion as well, it's kind of harder to get him to come on these YouTubes with us because he's a teenager. You know how that is, right? But we just want to let you guys know, the awareness that you're going to present within your life, it affects your offspring. It affects your kids. It affects how they perceive reality. It affects how they're going to see, like I was telling my wife, a child is not going to do as you tell them to do. They're going to do what they see you do. So in our reality, we realize that if we want to see a change in them, we first had to make a change in ourselves. Hey, you guys, thank you for tuning in for this one. We just wanted to go ahead and get you a little bit. You had something else you wanted to say?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
You know how sometimes when you ask us to say something conscious, we never get it, and then like a few seconds ago, we'd be like, oh, I got something.
Yeah.
It's crazy how you just come up with something before, after they just asked you, it just...
You know what we call that? We call that infinite intelligence, or we call that, how do you put it? Like tapping into your subconscious mind, or tapping into the spiritual realm of yourself. You do that a lot. Like sometimes we're like, Amaya, could you give us something conscious quote? And you like, don't know what to say. But then times it just hits you. And that's when you're tapping into the fifth dimension. You're tapping into your spiritual realm, to your third eye chakra. And it's giving you the ability to see the unknown. Hey, listen, let's go ahead and phase them out. Let me see if you remember how to do it. Hey, as we always say, live, love, and laugh, and namaste, namaste, namaste. Peace.
Stay enlightened.
Hey, stay enlightened. Peace.